interested in. We would love to hear from you. We are excited to have you all here today. And if you can just start to put that in the chat box, what our goal is for each of you to have a version of networking. And so my name's Jessica Pierce. If I have not met you yet, I am, again, we're thrilled. We've had to take a huge pivot like all of you have. And we are now providing these events on a weekly basis, and they will be virtual platforms. So good morning, Regina. Thank you for being here. Beth, Jane, Rich, I see you guys popping in there. Josie, good morning. Nancy, Kathy, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Sarah, so keep that going. And what I encourage you to do is you can, in that chat box, you can reach out to people individually. So if you see somebody that's in the same type of career as you, maybe in the same city, feel free to reach out to them individually and, you know, have a follow-up virtual coffee with them and have a conversation. So welcome again. We're thrilled you guys are all here. I'm gonna have Sheila Coulomb jump over to Sheila Coulomb. She's gonna jump into some of the logistics real quick. Sheila, you there? We may have lost her. Let me take this back. Okay. Let me see if she, oh, sorry. I'm just gonna go ahead and go because Sheila, oh, there you are. Are you ready?
Hi.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I'm having trouble getting the Facebook live stream. I may have to live stream it on my account and then we'll link it up later. So I'll go back and do that in a minute. But I wanted to, interesting. Go ahead and give a little overview. I think Jessica already mentioned that we have a chat feature, so that looks like it's going strong. That's awesome. There's also a Q&A if you prefer to leave your messages there. But I wanted to also say you have some options on how you view your screen. There should be a little box with video of Jessica and Kristi and I right now, and above that little box are some little icons, and if you click on those, it'll change how things are displayed for you on your screen. So hopefully that's helpful, and hopefully I'll get Facebook Live going. Thanks.
Thanks, Sheila. And as soon as we get Facebook Live going, we will be streaming that as well. This video will be you will be able to find this at a later time, but you guys are in for such a treat today. Sheila, if you want to move along the slides, if possible. If not, that's okay. Kristi doesn't have slides. So I think we're all learning along, and I know Zoom has been having some problems because of extensive growth. But again, if you are brand new and just jumping on, and you've just jumped on, throw in that chat box that's on the bottom your name, the industry, or the jobs that you are interested in. And so this morning, we're going to have Kristi Stabb here, and she's going to be talking to us about making decisions in calm, crisis, and chaos. So some of us are probably feeling that right now. Hi, Kristi. We're so glad to have you here. And we're also going to be hearing this morning from Patrice, and she is with Dexcom. And we are also going to be then hearing from Vanessa Corona. And as these are our hiring companies today, and Vanessa is with Cable One and Sparklight. And so, Kristi, you can go ahead and go off of your mute, and I am going to just do a quick intro, and we will get started this morning. It's interesting, Kristi and I have, we've been friends for 10 years now, and she moved a couple years ago, well, like 5 years ago or so, and she is now calling us from Las Vegas today. But in the meantime, back 10 years ago, Kristi and I met in the Great Recession, and we were helping people as they were transitioning in jobs. And so it was so cool to reconnect and have her come and get to be one of our speakers again, because it's been a while. So for over 25 years, Kristi Stabb has been developing individuals, teams, and organizations to excellence in the areas of leadership, sales, and success. Driven by her commitment to transform leadership around the globe, she guides people to become passionate, purposeful, and positively influential leaders. Her innovative and inspiring lead like a rock star philosophy helps leaders to discover, hone, and put in action their rock star leader within. It's what she refers to as put the rock in your role. Please help me welcome, a virtual welcome to Kristi Stabb.
Drum roll. Jessica, I just want to first and foremost say thank you. What an honor to be here. I don't know that when we said I'd come meet you all virtually that we would be where we are today, right? It seems like 2 hours, 24 hours, 7 days, things are constantly changing. And Jessica, when you and I had the opportunity to just catch up yesterday, realizing that literally 10 years ago to the days that we're in right now, you and I were working with a lot of frontline, mid to senior level professionals that were going through a very difficult time of transition. And boom, unexpected, unannounced, and here we are. So thank you to you and your Career Connectors team. And we're gonna do this as if we were in a room together, because what I know for sure is we all need communication, yes, community and connection. So wherever you are, and I can't see you, I'm gonna take you on the honor system. I want you to get out from behind your desk, get out or off from your couch. I want everybody to stand up right now. Stand up, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our bodies moving right now. Get your body moving. So the first thing that we're gonna do is I just want you to stand up straight with your legs about shoulder width apart, and then just lightly, gently start bouncing up and down. We're gonna get that body moving. One thing we wanna make sure of over the course of this downtime, so to speak, even though there's a lot going on, that you're getting a lot of physical activity. So just go ahead and bounce, and then make karate chops with your hands, and then down by your waist, go ahead and just start bouncing, moving those arms actively back and forth. And then we're gonna go ahead and open up your hearts and your chests. So right here at the shoulder length. All right, get those cells moving. I think I see smiles on your faces. Your eyes are waking up. And I just want to, while we're doing this little quick exercise together, I want to say congratulations. Congratulations for making yourself important enough to show up today, wherever you are, whatever you're experiencing, and whatever you are going to do moving forward. Right now, in this moment, you are investing in you. Put your hands over your head. Go ahead and shake them up there too. You're still bouncing lightly in your knees. And if we were together right now, I said, if you took a shower today, and if you've applied your deodorant, go ahead and raise your hands up high. And if you didn't, you can go ahead and leave them down here. All right, go ahead, bring them back down to your heart. You're opening up your voice box here, opening up your heart. Go ahead, down at your waist. And then go ahead and give yourselves a round of applause. And I'm gonna be working with Julia. So Julia, feel free to unmute yourself. What I wanna do is, because I can't see you on the screen, I wanna check in with you. All the work I do is directly to get you from where you are to where you'd like to be. So if you're looking for a shift, if you're looking for a jolt of energy, whatever you're looking for, that's what I want to know right now. Josie, I just want to say, I'm so glad I'm here too. I'm glad you're here too. And I'm glad that right now, 66 of you have chosen to be right here. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to ask in the chat box, and please go ahead and put your answers down in there. What is one thing that you're really grateful for right now? One thing that you're really grateful for right now. Go ahead and put it down in the chat box. If you are watching live on Facebook Live, go ahead and put the information in there. Let us know, what are you grateful for right now in the moment? Family, grateful for family and friends, my health. My friends, I will tell you, if you have your health right now, in my opinion, you are one of the richest people in the entire world. Yes, I'm grateful for my health too. Weather, amazing family, Keep going. Tell me what you're feeling. Tell me what you're grateful for. Now, what we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at how do you make decisions in chaos and crisis that will support you now, near term, midterm, and long term. So that's what we're going to focus in on. And at the same time, we're going to also check in. We're going to talk a little bit about our mindset. Now, I know you had a mindset expert on a couple of weeks ago. Maybe you weren't on that particular event. Maybe you don't really remember exactly everything that was said, or maybe you're in a different place right now where you need some more information. So the first thing that I just want to do, in addition to finding out what you're grateful for, this time at home to study for a different career. How amazing. What a great opportunity. So there's some questions that we can ask ourselves that we will talk about over the course of our time together. What I'd like to see right now in the feed is I'd like to know 4 things that you're feeling right now. You might be cold, you might be happy, you might be stressed, worried, fearful, and overwhelmed. Whatever it is that you're feeling right now, you might be feeling loved. Whatever you're feeling right now, go ahead and put it down in the chat box for me. And I'm reading right along with you as you're typing this in. Confused, anxious, uncertain, fearful, batshit crazy. What else do we have? Stuck, anxious, absolutely. And I want to share with you, no matter what anyone's situation is right now, so many people resonate with what you're talking about. Hopeful and tired, stressed, anxious. Okay, thanks for sharing with me. Now, before we go any further, I want you to ask yourself, if you're coming from a place of tired, anxious, stressful, uncertain, hopeful, sad, disconnected, determined, which of those feelings, which of those emotions are going to serve you best in making decisions right now at this point in your life? Think about that. What might your decisions look like, and how will they serve you if you're coming from a place of disconnect, anxiousness, sad, overwhelmed, stressed, fearful, uncertain? Think about that for a moment. Now, let me ask you this. What would you rather be experiencing? What would you rather be experiencing? Go ahead and put that in the chat for me right now. What would you rather be experiencing right now? Joy, clarity. What else would you like to be experiencing right now? Energized. Okay, successful. Now feel the difference as we go through these different emotions, these different feelings. Sense of community, being with people, joy, confidence, success, relieved, assured, effective, confident. Now, taking in all of that, where would you rather be making decisions from? And what is going to serve you better? Wow, just take that in for a moment. Strength, freedom, and joy. So powerful. Right now, our world is changing faster than I can ever remember it in my lifetime. And I've been on this earth for quite some time now. I've never seen things change so quickly. How many of you, if you would mind sharing in there, how many of you have gone through significant shifts in the last 3, 5, 7 days? And if you're willing to share in a couple of words, put in there what you're experiencing. Having done this work alongside Jessica 10 years ago, although so much has changed, so many things are the same. And what I mean by that is, I remember speaking at a Career Connectors event 10 years ago. And I stood on stage, and what came out of my mouth was, hope is not a strategy. Action is. So what I want you to do is I want you to hold hope. I want you to put hope in your heart. I want you to focus in on being hopeful. Leaning into your faith. Knowing that right now we're in a bad, short-term situation. So as you take a look at things and you're thinking about what so many people have told me over the last month, and it's interesting because I'm working with people all over the United States right now. And what I'm finding is people in New York started, as we know, so much earlier. They're going through their worst week ever. And then as you look at different pockets across the United States, we're just in different places. Although we're all, everyone around the world, 7.5 billion people are being impacted by this global event. 7.5 billion people. Now, we went through 9/11, we went through the Great Recession, and yet that didn't impact the global population. This will impact the global population. We will all go through this event. And just to let y'all know, I don't use the C word. I don't use it because I don't want to give it energy. I'm a realist and I'm an optimist. My cup says optimistic by nature. So the reality is there's a bad short-term situation happening around the world right now. Some of us will experience similar experiences. Some of us will experience the same experiences with regard to our health. Perhaps we know a family member, a friend, someone we cared about who may have been impacted in a more significant, severe way. What I know to be true is that how we make decisions in this time will result in the outcomes that we experience later. So think about this. There's something happening in the world right now. The global public health crisis is the event. E plus R equals O. So E equals the event that 7.5 billion people will experience. Now you might be thinking, Kristi, not everyone's going to experience this. Directly or indirectly, every human being on earth will experience this. It might hit them from a health perspective, from an economic perspective, from a manufacturing perspective, a logistics perspective. Everyone, directly or indirectly, will go through this event. How we respond to an event will lead to the outcomes that we experience on the other side. Now, I'm going to give this an asterisk. And prior to this time in history, I've taught this for 15 years. I've never put an asterisk on it. There really is this invisible infection, virus, contagious thing that's moving through the air that we cannot even see, okay? So I'm going to say how we respond during this time will help us get the best outcomes we possibly could. How we manage our mind and how we make decisions. I can't guarantee that I won't get sick. I can't guarantee that you or your loved ones won't experience something that will be another event that might not be as positive as we would like to see on the other side. What I do know, though, is we can create certainty by the decisions we make. We can control the things that we can control. Oh, I love it. Thanks, Julia, for writing that in there. I love it. I love it. And I'm really quickly taking a look at some other things too. Some comments. Okay, some people have been laid off. Taking a look at your 401k plan. I appreciate that. So how we respond in this time will lead to the outcomes that we experience. So think about this. So many people have shared that right now, there's so much uncertainty, that people are paralyzed, they've shut down, they're overwhelmed, they're stressed, they're fearful, they're worried. Because there's so much uncertainty. There is uncertainty. And I'm here to share with you, you can create certainty for yourself. People are feeling they have absolutely no control in the current situation. I'm here to tell you, there are so many things that you are in control of. And when we sit there and we come from a place that the world is full of uncertainty, that there's no control, I have no sense of control, everything is out of my hands, we are disempowering ourselves. And what I want you to do right now to help you make the best decisions right now, I want you to empower yourself, not disempower yourself. So let's talk about what are the 3 things that you have control over at all points in time, regardless of anything that's happening. Some things you might be feeling are happening to you. I would suggest perhaps they're happening for you right now. What is the opportunity in this? This is the first time in my lifetime the world has slowed down, where we've almost been grounded like we were as children to think about what's important. Being put in a timeout or a pause. Even though I'm not saying you're in timeout, take a pause. We've slowed down right now. And in this slowdown, there's opportunity to reset. And I will share with you, for those of you who may have been furloughed or laid off or still have your jobs, you know what you get to do right now? You get to become a better, stronger, wiser version of yourself, because the world kind of came to a stop in many ways. And because so many companies so quickly had to make decisions, they did. When things come back together, when we start moving into recovery and people start rehiring, guess what? They're going to step out of where they were a month, 2, 3, the last year. They're going to step out of the comfort. The economy was really good. We got comfortable. Some people got lazy. There was some mediocrity and complacency going on in our lives, in our careers, in our relationships, with us in America and around the world. So you know what your job is right now? Your job is to become an even better version of yourself in this slow time. Because on the other side, when employers start hiring back in huge numbers, they're going to get particular. They're going to look for excellence. And they're going to want to seek out the A-listers, the people that show up, that are engaged, that understand the purpose, the mission, the vision, the values of the organization. And team members are going to be engaged. So your opportunity right now is to become the best version of you that you get to become right now. Think about that. In this time that we have, You get to become the best version of yourself. So let's go back to this. You have so much control, and I want you to reclaim your control starting now. Where do you have control? You have control of your thoughts. You have control of what you think. Going back to the recession, when I was working with mid to senior level professionals who had been displaced, most of them for the first time ever in their lives, they either came in as, oh my gosh, Kristi, I got to tell you, I am so excited because I wanted to make a change. I wanted to start my own business. I want to make a shift. I've been doing accounting for so long. I actually wanted to be an artist, but my parents 30 years ago wouldn't pay for me to get a degree in art. They paid for me to get a degree in music. I feel like now I've been given an opportunity to go out and create my next chapter in life. Or someone would come in and sit down and go, Kristi, you have no idea how hard it is for me. Absolutely, positively, no idea how hard it is for me. Billy and Susie, they're still back in the office. I worked harder than Billy and Susie every single day. They got to keep their job. I lost my job. Can you feel the difference in mentality? If these two people, the opportunist and the victim, on paper are the same quality candidate, and they both get the interview and they both get those the opportunity to go in and talk to a panel of people inside of an organization, and the opportunist said, oh, I've been wanting to do this. I love your company. I've researched your company. I want to be on your team. And the victim comes in and goes, oh, man, you have no idea how hard it is for me right now. My last company, let me tell you about my last company. Blah, 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 blah. You get to become your best you right now. What you're pumping in your mind, what you're thinking about, shifts directly over into how you're making your decisions. What are you thinking about? Become really self-aware, really conscious about what is going through your mind and why it matters. Asking yourself what I'm feeling, what my thoughts are right now. Will this serve me best in making decisions? Or must I pause, find my calm, which we're going to talk about, and move forward in making a decision? Thoughts, the things that we think, right? That is the hardest part of controlling my thoughts. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. You know why it's hard? I'm going to share this in the chat right now. Somebody said it's really hard. It's the hardest thing that I'm doing is trying to control my thoughts. The power of language right now is so important. Write this down. The power of my language is so important right now. Because if we tell ourselves it's going to be hard, it's going to be hard. Unconsciously, we've already made a decision to make this hard. A shift in that would be, you know what? Up until now, it's been hard for me to control my thoughts. I want to make a shift in the way I think and the behaviors I'm taking. I'm going to decide, I'm going to choose to be aware of what's coming up. And from now on, start telling yourself, one of the easiest things I can do is control my thoughts. You will empower yourself through language. Think about this. Your thoughts are communicated via language. Whatever's happening up here is coming out of your mouth. So as you hear things come out, stop in the moment. Anybody who's ever had more than 3 conversations with me has probably heard me say, da-da-da-da, ooh, I will catch myself in the moment. And if I say something, I will stop and go, oh, that's actually not what I meant to say. What I meant to say was, and it's self-correcting right then and there, taking a look at that. So I appreciate you sharing that it's hard for you. Now what we get to do is we get to start a new practice because we've created a habit, allowing that old habit to drive the decision to choose to make things hard. We're going to practice a new habit in making things easier. Okay, how we respond to an event leads to our outcomes. What we think leads to our outcomes. What we think becomes what we communicate, and that leads to our outcomes. Number 2, our beliefs. What do you believe right now about the current situation? What do you believe about the situation that you're in? What do you believe about certain things in your life, your career, your experience with me this morning, your experience with your family right now? What are the things that you believe our beliefs net our income, our outcomes, and the results that we experience in our lives? So think about that. 7.5 billion people are going to experience an event, this global, worldwide public health event. How we choose to respond to this will lead to our outcomes. Our thoughts, our beliefs, and our actions or behaviors. The actions we take, the behaviors that show up in our being. Who are you being right now? I want you to focus on being the best version of yourself moving forward. And I know you're probably like, Kristi, you have no idea. I feel like my feet are stuck in cement. And trust me, it's why I do the work I do. This is why 10.5 years ago, during the Great Recession, I left a 20-year, comfortable, secure, very good income because I wanted to help people. I wanted to help leaders rise up and become the best person they could be for themselves so that they could lead teams and organizations and communities and faith-based resources around the world to the best of their abilities. I wanted to be able to help people that were suffering, literally in survival mode, to show them how those thoughts, those beliefs, and those behaviors were leaving them stuck in that suffering. We don't need to suffer. What I want you to do is I want you to shift from surviving to thriving if you're in survival. If you're thriving right now, let me share this with you. Do not stop. Continue, hit the accelerator, and bring people with you. Invest that forward. There are so many people that during these times when so many people are in undesirable situations, there are so many people that are in extremely desirable situations. What are they doing to put themselves in that place? Oftentimes it has to do with their thoughts, their beliefs, and their actions. So think about this. When we talk about action, whether you do something or you do nothing, you're still taking action. So think about that. You have 100% control of your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions. And knowing this now, understanding that there is an event that's happening, that billions of people will experience directly or indirectly. And that how we choose, because this is a choice, how we choose to respond will lead to our outcomes. And my challenge for you is, in this slow period, how do you get to become the best you can be so it serves you right now? And I'm going to tell you this too. I always do these little pop-ins. Guys, I've had a couple of days I wasn't thrilled with over the last month. We've been on lockdown, my husband and I, lockdown. what? Erase. We've been in shelter in place since 4 weeks this Friday. And I'm a vitamin D sunny girl. If I don't have the sunshine, oh my goodness. I have had more rain in the last 3.5 weeks, and I'm in day 5 of day 6 of constant rain. It has rained almost 24 hours a day. There have been 2 days I've woken up and I literally said, for the first time in my life, whew, I'm looking forward to going to bed. I had just woken up. So I'm telling you, we're going to have moments, we're going to have hours, we're going to have days. Why I'm sharing this with you is we don't need to prolong this. We have a choice. We have a choice in how we respond 100% at all times, no matter what's going on in the world. We can choose our thoughts, our beliefs, our actions, and our behaviors. I've worked with a lot of leaders over the last couple of weeks that have had to make some hard decisions. A lot of leaders who were making decisions on Tuesday and completely changing those decisions on Thursday because they had new information. The information that was 48 hours ago was old, expired, not valid anymore. That's the kind of place that we're in right now. We have the opportunity right now in our industries. If you're still in businesses actively participating in your businesses, in your careers, and as an individual right now, to take a look at, who do I get to become now? And who do I get to become on the other side of this? It's a short-term bad situation. That's what's important to remember. Right now, you get to make an unprecedented investment in yourself. You get to take a look at the areas, things you've been doing really well. You get to take a look at the areas that you've been saying, I'm going to put that on the back burner. I'm going to worry about that later. I'm going to deal with that later. Oh my gosh, I'm going to ignore all of that just for now. And I wish I had time to. Fill in this blank right now in the chat room if you would. I wish I had time to. What do you wish you had time? What are those things that you've told yourself over the last month, 6 months, 2 years? I wish I had time to. We've got time. Time might look a little different. Time might look like you're getting some things in order. You're updating your LinkedIn. You're updating your resume. Oh my gosh, and by the way, you have 4 kids that are learning virtually online. And you and your husband or your spouse, your significant other, or you might be on your own. However, there might be different thoughts of how this should be going. The teacher might show up on time. The teacher might not show up on time. Be kind and gentle to yourself. Write this down. Be kind and gentle to yourself right now. Be kind and gentle to yourself and extend grace to others. Be kind and gentle to yourself and extend grace to others. Develop workshops to deliver to faith communities. Great. If I had more time right now, I would give back more to the community and volunteer. I would start journaling. I would clean my closets. Decluttering is a really good thing to do right now. Decluttering provides an open new space, literally and figuratively, in your life. Some great things. Yes, be kind and gentle to yourself and extend grace to others. So think about this. This is where I want to go. Okay. I can really make this a very simple statement and ask you this question. How we respond is a choice. You get to choose how you respond every minute, every day, every week. Every decision that you make right now will either serve or not serve you. Very simply put, you can respond in two ways. In love or fear. So ask yourself, will I get better results in my life, in my career, in my relationships, in my health, if I'm focusing in on love or if I'm focusing in on fear? Okay, let's talk about making decisions. Making decisions, understanding you get to create your rules of engagement right now. You get to decide, am I going to hang out with my buddies that are complaining right now? Is that serving me well? Do I get to choose love? Do I get to choose fear? Do I get to choose optimism or pessimism? Positivity or negativity? They're all choices, right? And they all have outcomes associated with them. All right. When making decisions in times of chaos and crisis, be the calm. Be the calm in chaos and crisis. This is where you get to take a good deep look inside of you right now. What we're talking about, wrapped up in a big bow, is personal leadership. How are you choosing to lead yourself right now? How are you choosing to lead yourself? And how are you choosing to lead others? Your children, other members of the household, people in your community that you're interacting with. You may be still overseeing teams of people. It starts with how you're leading yourself. And if you show up on fire, in fear, in overwhelm, shut down, in anxiety, during times of chaos and crisis, that will ignite your team even more. It will exacerbate your team. And I'm talking about team. It might be you and your partner. And you might be saying, but Kristi, you have no idea. You have no idea about my environment. I'm surrounded by negativity. It's your choice. And I'm not even saying you have to leave the environment. What I'm saying is stand in your choice. Be the positive beacon of light. Be the love. Stand up for yourself and your 4 basic needs. Your 4 basic needs: psychological energy, physical energy, emotional energy, spiritual energy. I'm telling you to take a stand for you. There might be 10 people that you're practicing safety in place with, and you might be the only one that's looking at the positive side right now. Be the one. You know that one negative person can impact an entire culture. Be the one positive person that makes a difference. Be the calm. It's a decision, it's a choice, and you want to be calm when making your decisions. Number 2, be informed. Be informed. Write this down. Be informed. Choose reliable sources of information and limit your exposure to the media period. I don't care who you're watching. Limit your exposure, and that means digitally and on television. Be informed, choose reliable sources of information. I would stick to the World Health Organization, the CDC, institutions like that. My new favorite person that 3 weeks ago, now it's been 4 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago, I didn't even know this guy by the name of Dr. Fauci. And 4 weeks ago, I said he should be people's sexiest man of the year. Now, a lot of people are saying that. I don't know if I was the first one, but I was on the front of the bandwagon. Okay, choose reliable sources of information. Be the calm, be informed, make decisions from facts. Make decisions from facts. That's why being informed is so important. Make your decisions from facts, not from fear. Decisions made in fear will not come out good on the other side. I'm not saying don't consider things. What I'm saying is don't make decisions from fears. If you're in a state of fear, pause. Get yourself into the calm. Ask yourself, what am I fearful about? Go get the answers. Be informed. Get the answers that you need to know to be informed and make your decisions from facts. Remember, E plus R equals O. Your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions are in your control 100% of the time, and they will lead to the outcomes in your life. Make decisions understanding your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions. I'm going to put that down as E plus R equals O. This empowers you. When you give away your control, disempowerment. And lastly, know your motivators. Behind every decision that we make, every action that we take, there are 5 things that drive us to make those decisions, to take those actions. So know your 5 key drivers. And when you go to make a decision, stop and think about what is motivating me to make this decision right now. Okay. Let's see. Be the calm in the chaos and crisis. Be informed. Make decisions from facts, not fears. E plus R equals O. Your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions lead to your outcomes, your results. They impact everything that will come about. Your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions. Remembering that taking no action is the same as taking action. Okay, write down another question. I'm looking through my notes really quickly. Another question. What is the opportunity in this? I started out by saying, is this happening to you or is this happening for you? What is the opportunity in this? That's the question. When your expectations aren't met, when you're expecting something to happen on Zoom at 9 a.m. and we don't go live on time, ask yourself, what's the opportunity in this? When you can't get the computer working and your son or daughter is supposed to get on at 11 a.m. with the teacher, don't get frustrated. Take that energy back and hold it into reserve for when you need it. Get to a place where you're finding your calm. You're getting down to what's really important. And you're asking yourself, how do I become a better version of myself on the other side? All right, we're getting ready to do a couple of quick Q&As. Also, what I would like to do is I would like to offer and invite you, continue doing things with Career Connectors. When I was talking about choosing reliable sources, I have known Jessica. I have worked with Jessica. Jessica and I did quite a bit of work together 10 years ago. Choose reliable sources of information. Stick with career connectors. Let them help you. Let them support you. They have helped, I don't know how many people, Julia, maybe hundreds of thousands of people, I don't know, over the course of the last 10 years. They are here to support you. And I'm here to support you too. If you are interested in the 5 steps to managing your mindset and making decisions in time of chaos or crisis, this coming Wednesday, I have an online webinar training where I will literally be taking you down into a series of exercises to help you get really clear on where you are today, where you're making your decisions from personally, and where you would like to be on the other side, and helping you create a personalized plan that gets you from where you are to that optimal you, showing up at your best for you, for those you care about, and for that next career opportunity that is closer than you think. Okay, so if you are interested in this, see you guys, Sheila, look at you. I have a workshop next Wednesday. It's from 12 to 1:30 p.m. and it will be held, it's a private group. I have 40 spots remaining. The 5 steps to managing your mind and making decisions in times of chaos and crisis. And if you have any questions during the Q&A on that, that would be wonderful. And I think we are ready for Q&A.
Thank you, Kristi.
Thank you.
Awesome. The question I see right now is, what's the 5 key drivers and motivators?
5 key drivers and motivators. That is something that we talk about in the workshop, where I can help you specifically start to identify what those are. If you stop to think about what is most important to you in your life, think of those in the near term as your 5 motivators. One of the things that we will unveil in the workshop is, what are those 5 motivators? How do you tap into them quickly so you know? Right now, what I'm asking you to do is I'm asking you to consider, what are the 5 things that are most important to you to help you drive those 5 key motivators? Good question. Okay.
Okay. I don't see any other ones. If there are any other questions, feel free to type them in the chat right now.
And if anybody has a personal question like, hey, the link is broken. Uh-oh, let's do a double check here. Discount double check.
Yeah, she also has her Facebook page. Will you be having the link on that, or can they reach out to you directly?
Yeah, all of the above. And I'm gonna really quickly do a little, it should be good. So let me see if I can pop it in there and get any better results. This is a good time to take a look at thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Understanding they drive all of our results. So right now I could choose to let my amygdala be hijacked, or, okay.
Looks like we got it open.
Oh, fabulous.
So try again. Sheila reposted the link below. Just try again and click on that link and see if it'll work.
Wonderful. Okay, does anyone have a personal question? Hey, Kristi, this is my situation. How do I XYZ? When you are having one of those days, how do you reset so you don't extend it? Wendy, thanks for the question. Great question. I got to do that yesterday. That was day 4 of 6 days of rain this round. And so what I did is, first I acknowledged, wow, I'm feeling super tired. I'm feeling like I know there's another day of rain. The day before, I actually did go out in the rain and still did my activities in the rain. Yesterday, I chose to stay inside. I took a 20-minute break. What I'm realizing is, and I do work from a home office, but I spend much of my time on the road working with corporations and individuals around the United States. So now that I am working from home, living in my home with my husband 24 hours a day, it's a different environment. And what I realized is the sun isn't coming out. That's my number one indicator. My number two thing for me is music. So these are the things, motivators. The sun motivates me. Music motivates me. And then what I realized is I'm not taking breaks. As soon as I hop off the call with you all, I go into a Facebook Live. At 10:30, I'm coaching an NCAA women's golf team for an hour. And then I go into an afternoon of coaching calls back to back to back. And then here's something fun that y'all might do if you haven't started this yet. I have a virtual happy hour with 7 of my girlfriends. And we get together every night at 6 p.m. for up to an hour and are sharing positivity. That's where I was saying, if you're hanging around people that all they can do is find out, identify what's going on wrong in the world right now, that's not serving you. So I just had to get honest yesterday and say, okay, there's not going to be any sun. I got my exercise, which was important. I had slacked off on exercise for a couple of weeks because I'm just working around the clock to support people and move them, help them shift their mindset and make better decisions. And I took a 20-minute break. I literally went into my bed, my bedroom, laid on my bed, and I just closed my eyes and I tapped into what's my vision, what's my purpose, is this serving me right now? No. What do I want my outcomes to be today? And I did this for 20 minutes. And then what I did is I got up and I said, go do one thing right now. One thing that will serve you well and get you to the outcomes you want for the end of the day. And I came in, I sat down, I took one action step. And it was wonderful. And then I had to quickly pivot my mindset because someone had introduced me to a global corporation and I had to be on at the top of the hour for that call. So I got my music on, I started doing a little bounce and shake like I did with you this morning. And I just said, what are the possibilities in helping this organization shift their 10 senior leaders to rock star status? And I went into that call, gave it everything I had. And then I had a hard time slowing down last night at 10 o'clock. So, and by the way, I don't do a lot of caffeine. I may have a green tea. I haven't been having my green teas because I get them at Starbucks. So this is how I am. This is the energy level that I carry. So great question.
Kristi, one of my favorite things, Kristi, is when you go to Starbucks and order your green tea and your name is Rockstar. And then what do? They call out Rockstar?
Rockstar? Like now they're used to me. Now I walk in and they go Rockstar, kind of like Norm at Cheers. It's so
great.
12 years. There you go.
Oh yeah, Chief Rockstar.
Chief Rockstar, right there.
That's so fun. I remember, you did that like 10 years ago because I remember the first time you did it. 12?
I started it 12 years ago.
Oh, okay. Well, one of the times I remember you did it and you came out, you're like, that's so fun. So I don't think we have anything else right now. So Kristi, I just want to say thank you for taking time to speak to our group. We so appreciate you and love you, and thank you for the work that you're doing.
And I just want to share, thank you, Jessica, Sheila, Julia, everyone behind the scenes, the people that I haven't even had the opportunity to meet behind the scenes. And I hear someone calling my name. Will this webinar be available later? So here's what we're doing. This is a very experiential exercise because I literally want you to dive into where you are so I can get you to where you want to be. So with that said, they're only live. There will not be a replay of any of these workshops. However, I have committed to doing them for the next 4 Wednesdays from 12 to 1:30. So if this next Wednesday does not work for you, you'll see when you get to the sign up page that you can sign up for the following 3 weeks. So, and if you have questions, also here's something. You guys, here's my personal cell phone number, 480-225-2344. If you want to hop on the phone with me for a few minutes, talk about, Kristi, what will I get? This is what I'm looking for. Will we be able to do this in the workshop? Give me a call. If I can't take your call right away, I'll call you back as soon as I possibly can. One thing that I love, and this is why I love Career Connectors so much, is we both have hearts that we want people to be at their best. Not everyone will choose to be at their best, and that's just the way it is. For those who want to be at their best, we are Career Connectors, Jessica, myself, her whole team, and all of the people she brings in. I'm excited to hear a little bit from the companies they're bringing in. Everybody is committed to you, to helping you live the best life you can live. And remember, it's all about personal leadership. So
thank you. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody.
All right. Well, we are going to now move on to introducing our next speaker, and we are going to have Patrice join us. And Patrice is a talent acquisition recruiter at Dexcom. She started with the organization in 2019, and Patrice takes pride in recruiting and matching the right talent for the organization and doing so in a timely and efficient manner. Thank you so much, Patrice, for being here today.
Yes, thank you. We're excited to be a part of this. Just again, my name is Patrice with Dexcom. Wanted to go over some brief information about the positions that we have and a little brief company overview. So the company was founded in 1999. Our corporate office is out of San Diego. We are a medical device manufacturing company. We manufacture the glucose monitoring devices for patients with type 1 diabetes. Our focus is to have better outcomes for the patients, deliver solutions, and empower our community to take control of their diabetes. Our culture here is a very welcoming environment. We have diversity, inclusion. We're all on board with patients being our first priority. It's a fast-paced, challenging environment, a lot of growth opportunity that comes with that as well. And we are continuing to evolve, so there's a lot of opportunity for growth within the organization also. We have a full benefits package. The benefits are effective the first of the month following your first day of employment. We have the medical, dental, vision, 401k plan. You have 5 days of sick pay. You accumulate 3 weeks of PTO. We also have floating holidays and a lot of good work-life balance with our company as well. A lot of our shifts are 12-hour shifts, so you'll normally work about 3 to 4 days a week and then have the other 3 days off. So really good work-life balance there. These are our open positions. Now, if you go on our website, there's currently 31 positions that are posted. However, we are hiring in our manufacturing division. So it'll be actually 60 plus positions that we'll have available. But these are some of the roles that are currently available. So if you are interested, go on and apply as soon as possible. And then also if you know anyone or want to refer anyone to the role as well, have them go to our website and we will reach out to all candidates in a very timely and efficient manner. We're moving very quickly through this process lately. So this is our website to apply.
Thank you, Patrice. Quick question. Are any of your roles remote right now, or how are you guys managing right now?
We are, it depends on so our manufacturing and production positions, those are essential, so you'll be on site. Some of our other roles, like the cost accountant, that's something that could possibly be remote. So it just depends on the role.
That's great. And would you mind just spending a minute or two telling us about what's culture at your company like? What's it like to work there?
So I feel it's a very welcoming environment. Everyone is has basically the same goal of that production goal. So everyone is helping each other. There's plenty of training for you to get up to pace with that volume. But people are very really hands-on with the learning, and everyone is always willing to chip in and help any new employees. So yeah.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being here today. We really appreciate you. And again, Julia dropped the link into the careers into our chat box. And so feel free to follow up with Dexcom. And thank you so much, Patrice.
All right, thank you.
All right, and now we are going to bring Vanessa Corona on. And Vanessa is a senior talent acquisition specialist for Cable One. And at her first interview, she felt that the company truly cared about its customers and associates. And after almost 12 years, Vanessa has been able to confirm that initial feeling. She has been provided with opportunities to grow her skills and advance her career. And she started out in the call center as a retention representative, then explored several other areas within the company and gained some leadership experience prior to finding her current role, where she gets to help others find others be part of the awesome Cable One team. So Vanessa, welcome.
Hi.
Hello.
How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for having me.
I don't see your video yet.
No, can we? Oh, there we go. Start my video.
There you go.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here. This is my second time being able to share a little bit more about our company with Career Connector. So I'm excited to be here. And it was a great conversation. Kristi, thank you very much as well. So I will tell you a little bit more about Cable One and about some of the opportunities that we currently have available. So here, as you can see, we have all of our logos. Cable One is the parent company, but we do have different brands that are part of the team as well. Sparklight, New Wave Communications, Clearwave, and Fidelity Communications. And this is just a quick company overview. So we are a leading broadband communications provider, and we have about 900,000 residential and business customers. We provide services in 21 states. A lot of our services are the areas that we offer services to are smaller and mid-sized communities. Here in Arizona, for example, we're in Prescott, we're in Show Low, Safford, just so you have an idea. But we have been around for over 30 years. We became a publicly traded company in 2015. And since going public, after that, that's when we purchased the other companies that I've mentioned earlier, New Wave, Fidelity, and Clearwave. And you'll see the name Sparklight as well if you explore our career site or our company website, because Sparklight is part of the Cable One brand as well. We did rebrand in the areas where we were known as Cable One customer facing. We are now Sparklight. And that just kind of comes with a renewed commitment to the communities that we service. And the next slide here talks a little bit about our commitment to, just our commitments really, which as Jessica mentioned, I've been here now 12 years, and this is kind of the sense when I did, initially do my Google search on the company to learn about Cable One. This is what I heard. This is what I saw on the websites that I looked the company up, and it's still what is there and what remains and what I have seen throughout my time here. So we're committed to associates. We understand that we need to have our associates are what makes the company. So we want our associates to be happy. So providing them with opportunities to grow, opportunities to develop, opportunities to give back to the community is something that we work to do. And also an environment where they can come in and they can be excited and they can be themselves as well. And then we are very committed also to the customers. Again, in the time I've been here, all the decisions that have been made, customers and the associates are at the forefront of all of those decisions. And then community, I mentioned earlier as well, but that's a big part of Cable One. We have Sparklight Cares is, I'm wearing the shirt. I don't think you can see it, but so we basically do quite a bit to give back to the communities that we serve and in the communities that we're in. So we're headquartered here in Phoenix, but we do service 21 states. And here are some examples of some of the companies that we partner with. Habitat for Humanity, Maricopa County Animal Care and Control, Feed My Starving Children, and then Angel Day is, it's a new perk or benefit that we offer where basically you can take a day off to go out and volunteer at your favorite organization. And this is just kind of a quick overview of the benefits and perks. Your medical, dental, and vision, it does start right away. When you start, you have, we offer paid vacation time, so vacation, holiday, and personal or sick days as well. 401k, so you can start contributing to your 401k right away, and then after a year of service, that's when the company match program starts, and it's going to be matched dollar for dollar up to 5% of your salary. And then life insurance, tuition reimbursement is available. In addition to tuition reimbursement, we also do, your manager would work with you to see, are there any other, whether it's a conference, something that's gonna help you in your role, and that might not necessarily fall under tuition reimbursement, but it might be something that the company might pay for you to go as part of your development for the year. In addition to that, so we don't provide services here in Phoenix. We are mostly in rural or smaller areas, mid-sized areas. But what we do offer is a credit of up to $75 a month. That's going to go towards your cable and internet services here. And then food, who could forget food truck Tuesdays? So we have a different food truck come out every Tuesday. And that's pretty fun because sometimes you get to try foods that you wouldn't have otherwise. And this just kind of shows our game room here, our fitness. We also do have a fitness center. So we have a fitness center and a game room. You know, we do work. You know, we're at work sometimes more that we're at home, depending on what projects we might be working on. So I think it's definitely important for there to be for there to be some kind of amenity to also help you to provide a good work-life balance. Especially, I love having the fitness center there because I love walking by and like seeing people using it. I do need to make more time to do it myself, but I think it's great. I love seeing that those things are there. And then I did want to also touch base on just a few updates post. I think we weren't going to use the C word, but a few updates after the chaos of the current chaos. So we do have a dedicated incident management team that has been helping with just making sure that we're continuing to keep our customers connected, because especially during this time, I mean, staying connected is very important. You know, this is how we're working from home. This is how our children are going to school, and this is how we're maybe virtually connecting with our family members, since we are, you know, there's physical distancing, but not necessarily that social distancing. We can still virtually communicate. So it's very important. So we do have a team that helps us. You know, how do we make sure that we continue to keep our customers connected, but also keeping everybody safe? So, you know, different things have been implemented. So the social distancing, a lot of people are working from home when possible. The use of face masks when you can't do the 6 feet apart. And then self-installations is something that is also new. So we understand that during these times, there might be customers who don't have, you know, don't have services, or maybe or need assistance. Well, if you need services, you know, want to make sure to find solutions to keep you connected. And then as part of the interview process right now, so if you were to apply for an opportunity, we are basically, the process is not changing. But what we're doing, instead of the face-to-face interviews, we're just doing them online. They're just virtual sessions. And then here are some of the current opportunities that we have available. As you can see, we have quite a bit of accountant opportunities available. And we also have some opportunities in IT as well, but there are quite a bit of opportunities. We have about over 20 in Phoenix right now, but we are also hiring in other areas where we service as well. So please, make sure to stop by our career site. And it's cableone.careers. If you just use cableone.careers, that'll take you right to our career website, where again, you'll see Cable One, you'll see Sparklight as well, but it is the same company. And then I did include a little bit of our, some may call it an EEO statement, or our diversity statement. EEO statement is stronger together. It's not just a verbal cue. It is the motto that our associates live and exemplify and embody each and every day. So, just wanted to make sure to include that as well. And then if you have any questions, I've provided my email here as well.
Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you so much for being here today and sharing about your company. I remember doing a tour with you guys a couple months ago, and it's a fabulous building. I love the plants you have all over the place and the way that you try to make it really comfortable for your staff. So thanks again for being here today.
No, thank you for having me. And yeah, just email me if you have any questions about Cable One, about opportunities within the company, anything at all. If you need assistance also with reviewing your resume, that my email's there. So I'm happy to help with that as well.
That's great. Thank you so much. All right. So now we're just going to take a few minutes to close us out and tell you guys about some other opportunities and career resources. So the first one here is we do have this academy, Career Connectors Academy, and you can go to that link below, and it's in partnership with Brighton College. There's some certification trainings that are all online and available to you. The City of Phoenix and Maricopa County is also funding doing grant funds for some of these training opportunities. And so the Academy and Brighton College will walk you through that process to possibly get funded as well. So that's a great opportunity for anyone interested. And then, I don't know what happened to our PowerPoint here, but let me see if I can get back. So we also want to thank all of our corporate partners that make this happen. And many of them are working with us behind the scenes, and also many of them are hiring now. And so you can see that here. We have launched this website in partnership with Best Companies AZ, Pipeline Arizona, and Arizona at Work. And what we've done is we've gone out and verified over 200 companies that are currently hiring in the Phoenix metro area and verified jobs. And so if you are looking for a resource that we've talked directly to each of these companies, and we know that they're hiring. So there's companies out there, the employers are listed, and you'll be able to link out to their website. And we also have an overview of the jobs. We have some resources for people who are in career transition listed there, and then also employers that are maybe having to lay off or make some transitions. We have some resources for the employers there. So really good website for you to check out, bestcompaniesaz.com/resources, and Julia dropped it into the chat as well. Here are a couple other resources for you. If you have not yet taken the DISC assessment, we offer that at no cost. You just go to our website under the resources tab, and you can go to the DISC assessment. It's about a 22 page document that'll tell you a little bit about your style, your behavioral traits, communication style, ideal work environment, etc. And you can get that. We'd love for you to take that. We also are blogging this event, and so we will have a recap blog listed. We will also have on, I believe we're going to have it on our Facebook page, the replay of this particular webinar if you are interested in that. We are not doing portraits right now, unfortunately, but when we get back to our live events, we do post those. And so if you have ever gotten your photo taken, those are out there on our photo site. All of our social media is listed below. One thing I want to mention about the social media real quick, I am doing daily, Monday through Friday, 3 to 4 minute updates, just what's going on in our economy. The one I did yesterday was unemployment, just talking about different things that are important to you now. And so those are available on our Career Connectors LinkedIn page, on our Career Connectors Facebook page. If you and I are connected on social media, I'm coming live off of my personal social media, and we're sharing it out to these. So I encourage you to look for those. Maybe it's just a daily infusion of hope that you need, a daily infusion of resources, and we'd love to have you join us in that way. Now, something new that we have done is our virtual coaching is now available to you. Coaching is something we offer at all of our events, but it's in-person coaching. Well, we can't do that right now. So what we've done, we've had these amazing volunteers that work with our organization. We currently have over 100 volunteers that work with our organization. And the ones that we have coaching are certified professional coaches. We have LinkedIn, we have people that can help you review your LinkedIn profile, people that, professional resume writers that will take a look at your resume and provide guidance. We have career coaching. We have people that will assist with finances right now as far as giving you guidance on prioritizing. There's a lot of questions up in the air around finances right now. You know, what does it mean to defer a mortgage payment? What does it mean to defer many different kinds of things? So our financial coaches are available to you. People are interested in mock interviewing right now. So we're going to be doing virtual interviews. You've heard both of our employers talk about it today. And so if you need to prepare for that, we have coaches that'll do that for you. So go to careerconnectors.org/coaching. You will fill out a short form and with basically your email and your phone number, and then you tell us which areas you'd like some assistance. And then our awesome, one of our program coordinators, Beth, will reach out to you to help get that all coordinated and get you hooked up with a coach. So we're really proud of this and excited to be able to offer this opportunity to you guys. Now, our lineup, we are now doing these every single week. And so you will see every Wednesday from here on out. I know we're on Thursday today, but from here on out, it will be every Wednesday morning from 9 to 11 a.m., at least through the end of May, we will have a talk. Trevor Stokes, you guys, where the jobs are. He is an economic development guru, and he knows the Phoenix area so well, and he is really funny too. So he is going to be out next week. Right now we have Axon. We're working on another company to come out. And then we have Lisa Barrington, Preserve Your Wellbeing During Chaotic Times. Right now, Tech Systems and All About People are our speakers. And then one of my favorites, I call him my brother from another mother, Justin Jones, on April 29th. Justin has not been able to speak at our program for about 4 years. He moved away. And he is coming back because we're virtual now. So T-Tech and Adecco right now are on for our hiring companies. Justin has not given us his title yet, but he is phenomenal. You guys will love him. All right, if you are not getting our e-updates, make sure you're doing that. If you subscribed to this through registration, then you will start to get our email updates every Monday morning. If you are on Facebook Live, or rewatching this in another manner, go to careerconnectors.org, sign up for our e-updates so you can get our weekly event information. Thank you, volunteers. So many people are helping this. Julia, she's been the one talking on Zoom. She's helping run a whole bunch of stuff in the back for us. Julia, you've been so wonderful. Connie is doing our event recap. We work with the Resume Writers Council of Arizona. They're the professional resume writers. They're the ones that we're going to be connecting you guys with. And we have so many virtual coaches. It's really phenomenal of the people that just serve in this organization. We're so incredibly honored to have them. If you do have any feedback for today, we would love your comments. We're, of course, reading the chat. We're going to review all of that. If you have any other guidance, please send us an email at contact@careerconnectors.org with your feedback. We do really, really appreciate it. It is a gift to us. Also, one of the biggest questions we've been getting, the topics, has been about unemployment. So I just want to give a couple quick things real quick on unemployment. If you are unsure if you qualify, apply anyway, and continue to apply every single week. The call volume has exploded with the DES office. So if you call, just know that you're probably going to be on hold for a while. But they do have a chat box that you can ask questions. Also, look for your mail, because if they send stuff out in the mail every single day, and it comes quickly. So respond to any of that that's coming. I am doing a Facebook Live tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time with one of the directors at DES. His name is Jim Sorensen. He has offered, I reached out to them and said, we have so many questions about unemployment. Can you meet with us? And so he's going to do a Facebook Live with me tomorrow. We will have it live, but we will also push it out to all the other social media platforms. And so I encourage you to take a look at that if you have any questions. And I just heard this morning that DES is getting 700 calls, what was it, a minute or something like that. 700 calls, it's unbelievable. So if you are applying for unemployment, continue to follow the process. Appeal if you get denied, because they don't have all the systems updated for the new stimulus funding requirements. So thank you everyone for being here. We are honored that you've chosen to spend a couple hours this morning with us. We are praying for each and every one of you that you do land into the career of your dreams. Thank you for being here. Bye.